everybody, it's Diane. I am here doing Icad again, or you could just say working on index cards. And I kind of thought I'd do a little demo, just in case you really don't know about paint and using just a flimsy index card. I'll show and tell, and then maybe you don't have to, ruin your own index cards. So these are watercolor scraps. And I don't know if you can see the difference. They are different. The texture is different. This one's a little thinner. This is a good grade. This one's better. And in case you're brand new to any of this, my number one advice to anybody getting into painting, do not buy cheap brushes. That's it. If you cannot afford a good brush, save your money. Ask for it as a gift, something. It is not worth it. It is not going to work. You're going to hate it. You're not going to get good results. Just don't do it. And that doesn't mean you have to buy the most expensive brush out there. But if it's cheap and it sounds a little, stay away from it. I've had this brush forever. I've shown it before. I can't tell what it was. I don't know. But a round watercolor brush is your best friend, about this size. And as you can see, I've pointed this out. See, it's looking kind of fuzzy. I shouldn't be using this anymore, but I use it for backgrounds and stuff like that. I got a new set as a present at Christmas. It's okay. It's not as, I don't know if you can tell. See, they're the same length. They're supposed to be similar. This one is denser. It's got more, bristles in it. This is flimsier. It's not as good. And this was in the same set, and I have not used it that much. And can you see how the bristles are sort of separating and getting fuzzy already? And I haven't used it that much. So just do yourself a favor, get a good brush. And really, if you're just starting out, you can just get one. Get one good brush, you'll be happy. These things, forget it. These, like, you buy 100 for $5 or something. They are good if you want to use like varnish. I've used them to apply varnish to beads, handmade beads. That's good. But otherwise, these stink. The same thing with kids. If you're painting with kids, you don't have to give them a $50 brush. Don't let them use these. They'll hate it. Okay. So, as far as paint goes, these are watercolors that I've had for a long, long, long time. They are artist grade watercolors. I've never bought those little kit things you can get like off a scrapbook place online. I've never tried those, so I don't know what those are like. But I thought I'd show you so you get an idea. So if you put water on, so right there, you see how it's going right through. You can see stuff through it. So I'm just going to grab a random color here. Get a little darker. Okay. That's not too bad, comparatively speaking. Now let's say you want it to run a little. Okay, it's spreading into the water. Okay. See, now this is not spreading. You see the difference? Okay. That's pretty much it. If you want to use it dry, that had water on first. Let's just do dry. Of course, you still have to get your brush wet and your paint a little wet. Okay, it's pretty good. That's not bad. You just want to do something like that. And just as a thing for the brush, little point, see if you get a good brush that's not old in that, you can do detail work besides wider. See that? So that's pretty good. If you don't want to get it wet, you're probably good to go. See, we wanted to do something else just to try it. If you put the paint on first and then spread it around, see, it does not spread. Spreading better. See, that just does not work. Okay. Now this is not a total loss though. I mean, it'll dry. Let's put a little more color on and then maybe we'll do something with this one. You don't need fuzz. Just for the heck of it, you want to see this other brush. It's pretty good. I would not buy this set again if I had my choice. That's pretty good. I felt when you're using it flatter, it's not as good because it's not as dense. It's a little more bendy, and I'm just sort of not used to that. This, should we try this? It's probably okay. See, it's okay. But to really, it's already, I did it, 3 or 4 swipes, and it will not hold paint. That's the problem. It doesn't hold paint. See, there's nothing left in there already. Okay, let's get a card and try craft paint, which I have to switch paints here just a minute. Alright, these are all just what I said. Just, the Hobby Lobby, Joanne, craft paint. These are pretty good. These are okay. In my opinion, they're better than watercolor. Let's see, what do we want? Because you don't have to get them as wet. See, just to paint, that's not bad at all. If you want it to spread out, it's not going to work as well as it would on like a watercolor. And yes, you can use craft paint and acrylic paint on watercolor paper. You just have to water it down quite a bit. As a matter of fact, if you have acrylics and just water them down, it's pretty much, it's the same result there. Okay, if you want it a little drier, let's try that. And that's fine. That's good. See, that's fine. Now this paper is getting awfully, if I could pick it up, flimsy, delicate, waterlogged, but that's not bad. I do use craft paint quite a bit and you see me do it. Once I have an image down or whatever, kind of go in with a color or gesso. So you have seen that before. It works pretty well. Do a few, one more. Say one more. The yellow here. So, like I said, I'm just kind of demoing this so you can see, in case you're new. If you really want to practice your watercolors, don't do it on here. Just don't. if you're more seasoned and kind of know what you're doing, and you know, you don't care if it looks, like I said, a little then that's fine. Or use craft paint. The spatters take quite a bit different too. Should we show that? It depends. Here, we'll do dry and then we'll do wet. Here's watercolor again. Here, I'll get the watercolor paint just a sec. Okay. Okay, there's not too much difference in the dry there. This is a little wet, that's why it's spreading. This is not, see, it's staying on there. Okay, let's get it wet and see what happens. We'll do glue. Okay. You see, the watercolor is spreading a lot more. Okay. All right, I think you get it. That's probably enough babbling. But yeah, if you really want to do well and practice and have good, you know, finished results, don't do paint on index cards. Get a good brush. Okay. All right. I'm going to pause and let these dry. That way we can come back and look at them and see what they look like dry. And then I'll try to incorporate them into make collages or something. I'm not going to just trash them. Okay. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay. They're pretty dry. Not 100%, but very, very close. So just for the record, you can see the watercolor paper. Now this is cheaper. You can see it's a little curled. See, that's fine. These, you know, they look okay, but there is curling and buckling, however you want to phrase that, which you can weight it down. It'll be fine. But there, you can see what these look like. Okay, so I thought I finished them off, and I thought I'd do them in different ways, so you could see that too. So this is scrapbook paper. I went ahead and pulled some, and a little magazine snippet there. And this is all magazine, although these little girls technically are out of an old catalog. And these may not wind up exactly like this when I'm done, who knows. Okay, and then this one, just to be totally different, I thought about markering flowers over it because these markers, at least, are transparent. So you can kind of see what that looks like too. You don't have to do collage on this kind of stuff. And actually, if you have a real multicolored, you know, background, black on it would look really nice. That would look sharp. Okay, I'm going to finish this stuff off camera because you don't want to watch me glue, and I don't think doodling flowers is that particularly exciting. So I will come back and they'll probably be done. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm back. They're done. So I did a marker border there, stamp flowers, marker centers. I added some leaves and outlining to this tree because if you can imagine, before it wasn't there. It was way too plain compared to everything else. And I actually went around the bird's wing and right there too. And I just wrote home with a marker. This one is pretty self-explanatory. rubber stamp, little washi tape. So that, whoops, this one is all marker flowers. So there. I hope my little demo, benefited at least a couple people out there. That would be nice. But anyway, 3 more Icads. Thanks for joining me. Have a very nice day.